Hello everyone, welcome back. Happy Halloween. Oh my god, it's come around so fast. It hasn't. It's been a long time. We've been waiting a very long time. Let me explain. So I'm actually doing a collaboration with an incredible special effects makeup artist, prosthetic makeup artist, Misha Spur, or Misha's Makeup on Instagram. And we just had a little catch up quickly, and I'm just blocking out the brow. I'm halfway through, but I thought, let me explain, because I don't want to just get straight into it. Like, you know, she is going to be teaching me how to do fix prosthetics and do special effects. As a makeup artist, this is something I have never ventured into. It's a whole category, and it's actually a category that I wanted to start doing originally, and I just never got into. I fell in love with like beauty and editorial. So for the first time, I'm going to be doing prosthetic makeup, and she's actually sent me some she made herself, so we're gonna do a bit of a zombie situation. I'll get her to explain it because she's better at it than me, and see how I get on. Here's the catch: being a professional special effects makeup artist that she is, she has all these wonderful tools. I have a few things that are more drugstore, so we'll go through those products as we go and see how I get on. I'm really nervous that I'm gonna mess up the prosthetic, but we will see. But just before we get into that today, if this is your first time here on my channel, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life. And it's my goal here to help you become a pro yourself, or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing. Okay. Excuse me. And if you're looking for something a little bit more spooky to watch this Halloween, go ahead and check out my ghost stories and makeup videos. Every Monday of every week, I read out ghost stories that my subscribers have sent in to me, their paranormal experiences, their horrifying pictures that they send in of things caught on camera, and we do a makeup look together based on A Way to Die. So I'll leave that link down below for you, and it'll also be right at the end as well. But there's a whole playlist. I think we're on like 38 episodes. The last one I posted on Monday, just gone, is all the ghost stories have pictures to go along with them, or videos, and it is terrifying. So if you're looking to get into the Halloween spirit, then go ahead and check those out. Okay, let's go. Okay. Hi. So what I would actually really like you to do is to just introduce yourself, tell my subscribers a little bit about your experience and kind of what we're going to be doing today.
Yes, so my name is Misha, and I am a special effects makeup artist. Do a bit of beauty, but mainly special effects. Worked with some amazing people, such as Neil Gorton, who did all the Doctor Who makeups and loads of other films. I travelled down to London, did a bit of work there, and I actually got offered a job with the gentleman who did all the makeup for Harry Potter and things like that. But me being a home bird, everyone shouts at me for this bit. I said no to it, and you know what? I don't regret it, because I'm at home, I'm happy, I'm here with my family, which is the most important thing to me. But I still obviously crave and love to do makeup.
Your Instagram page as well, I showed a few clips before I recorded a little introduction, is incredible. The looks in there are insane. You're unrecognisable in the majority of those pictures. They are so good. It must take hours, no?
I was just about to say, it really does. It's so much patience. When I was younger, I saw a look and I thought, I'm going to do that. And then halfway through, I just got so annoyed and just stopped. With so many things where they were just unfinished. Now I've just come to learn and discipline myself. Things take time, but in the end, it's completely worth it.
There's weirdly a lot of detail in this, and it's kind of soft.
Yeah, they're very squidgy. These are silicone prosthetics, and let me just show. These are silicone prosthetics, and I've actually sculpted these based on anatomy images. So at the minute, they're very flat, they're very bland. They don't look like much, but when you paint them, they obviously come to life then. And yeah, so because it's silicone, it's very flexible. It's got deadener in it, which then makes it really soft, so it can be manipulated and obviously moved onto the face. And when you're talking, it'll move with the face as well.
So we lost a little bit of footage here, but basically Misha was telling me to put a tiny bit of glue down the middle and not so much around the edge, and then kind of like well, we placed it before, so we got a good idea of where we were going, and then kind of let that just dry and stick to the face. Very easy so far. And then we had to peel back very gently the edges and just go ahead and apply glue to those areas all around the edge, a little bit by bit. I think maybe I went a little bit too fast. And we had to kind of very just gently, there's me realising, tug at the ends there so it kind of blended even better with the skin. Okay, I was nervous, but now I'm like, I think I can do this. Here it is. It feels very secure.
Oh no, poor connection.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I'm not going to want to take this off after spending time doing it.
Well, that's the thing. I did a pumpkin look the other day, and I was actually really like, some looks I really enjoy, some looks I'm not so much, I'm not so keen on. Whereas this one that I did a couple of days ago, I was really keen on it, and I was just walking around the house for ages with it on.
Yeah, I always feel like, because I always do a look and then I take it off instantly. I'm like, oh, that was such a waste. But now looking at your work and then how much you have to take off and how long you spend on it, I'm like, I'm fine with some makeup remover and a cloth.
So have you got your acetone?
Which one is the acetone? Oh, yes.
So we have to be really careful with acetone, especially near the eyes, just because obviously if you get it in your eyes it will really sting. But we'll start near the head, to the top of the head anyway, so you can get used to actually blending it out.
Okay. And will this this bit naturally come off, or do we peel that?
This thick bit is to use to help apply it. That will naturally come off when you step on the edges. And you'll just see it melt away.
That's so weird. Science, eh?
Look at you, you're all fast. Wow.
You know what? Mine's a bit dodgy around the edges. I feel like I was like, yeah, I've got it, and then I was just like, yours is probably very smoothly blended, and mine's like. But you know what? With zombies, I was explaining as well. We're a type 1 zombie, right?
Yes, we are a type 1 zombie. If you ever watch The Walking Dead or anything, when they're making the zombies, they are actually keeping things in mind when sculpting the prosthetics and applying them. So is this zombie a type 1, type 2 and type 3? A type 1 zombie is a zombie basically that has just, say, been bit, and they've obviously got wounds on the body from when they've been attacked, and they're starting to turn into the zombie, or have just turned into a zombie. A type 2 is basically the step after that. They start slightly decaying, and yeah, and it's even more more cuts and everything, and rotten flesh on their bodies. Type 3 zombie, this is where they're really decayed. They've been walking around for God knows how long, and they're really rotten.
Clinging on to life. Can I ask you a really morbid question? Say you're doing making wounds like this, or say there was a really specific wound that maybe a client wanted you to make. Someone was hacked to death with a chainsaw. Would you, maybe not so deep, but would you then have to be like, on Google, hacked to death by chainsaw scar? You
are right. We have to. If we don't do that, and you look at other people's makeups, you're getting that person's interpretation of that injury. Right. There's a page on Instagram which doctors upload actual real injuries, all sorts of injuries. Yeah, and that's for education reasons, so training doctors and nurses can actually see and identify different injuries. However, a lot of makeup artists use them sort of images as references, but I will say at first it is hard to become immune to getting feelings and reactions to what you're seeing, because some of them are really disturbing.
Yeah, I think I'll be scarred for life if I was to look at char-grilled bodies. You know what makes me feel really sick? 80s special effects.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about 80s, 70s, 80s special effects, like blood and gore makes me feel really gross.
Do you know what? It's funny that you say that because they actually say 80s is the time when they went hell to leather with special effects, but really didn't hold back at all.
Yeah, it was a bit too much.
I know exactly what you mean. There was like a sort of style to the 80s sort of makeup as well. Like I say, they just went to town with it all, and it is really creepy, some of it. Like these days, like Paranormal Activity and The Conjuring, which I'm all huge fans of, they sort of like leave a bit more to the imagination.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they leave the scare for down to suspense. And whereas in the 80s, it was all literal, so it was like, what you're seeing is what you're seeing. Like
it was like, here's guts, but it looks like meat and sausages and things.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way they thought they needed to scare people was back then, was by being so literal. I quite like this cheekbone one.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, it's really nice. I really like the height of his cheek. No, like maybe I should take it to a esthetician and be like, this.
Whenever I do a skull on myself, I'm like, oh god, I look lighter.
Yeah, maybe it's not so bad being a zombie.
Feel free to put this small one anywhere you think it's gonna fit or look good. I mean, my nose is too small for that to fit onto it.
Oh, I've got a huge nose, so it should fit. Oh, we just did our noses off camera. And they look great. Well, my nose, your jaw.
Well, honestly, you've done such an amazing job. I was just saying,
Thank you.
The blend on the edge is absolutely fabulous for a first time.
Thanks so much.
It's very rare people get a good blend like that on their first go. So
Thank you. Really well. See, now I'm being really picky. I'm like, I wish I blended in this section here a little bit more.
Well, you know what though? It's good because that's exactly what I'm like with my work. I always scrutinise it. But that's how you get better, basically. I'm going to go in with the Neil's Materials alcohol activated palette. I'm just going to stipple and splatter this colour onto my face. And this is a wash of red to try and get the illusion that there's actually blood rushing through where the prosthetics are rather than one flat colour.
Oh, I'm so surprised how well the foundation sits on top of this. Oh, I'm sure. So I put concealer on a zombie side like I'm trying to make it pretty. That's not the point, is it? We're trying to make it gross. God, that transforms so quickly, just with those splatters.
Yeah, it's sort of like... It's so hard to explain. It's just like layers and layers of different colours.
It's giving it like real depth.
Yeah, it's like slowly comes... You actually start seeing the detail as well.
I kind of like the no eyebrow look.
New trend.
Yeah. So just a tiny bit more kind of lost footage going on, even though it's right here. So what we're doing now is kind of adding bruising, and this is where you can really see mine start to become very cartoony. And of course, Misha's looking amazing and professional. Yeah, I'm just using eyeshadow. So my camera cut out, but this is what I've done. I look like, do you know what I feel like? I feel like a early Charmed Days demon.
Yes, you actually do. Yeah.
When they're like, oh, it's not quite there yet, but you get the gist behind it.
Now we're gonna go and fill in where the actual wounds are. Make this look obviously gruesome now and bring it to life. Yeah. So, right, so the top section here, it is part bone and part flesh.
Okay.
So where you feel where it's flat, that's bone. And where it's all lumpy, that's a mix between muscle and fat tissue.
Okay, I see, yeah.
So a bone colour is not quite yellow, it's a bit like a skin colour, but it's the more beigey. If we go in with like a lighter colour first, like a lighter beigey colour, and then we can build it up if we think it needs a bit more yellow.
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, because I don't quite have the colour palette you have, I think I'm going to have to go in with white straight up and then beige it out a little bit by adding little bits of yellow and orange occasionally.
Of course, yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I can start making it look really cartoony now.
It's at first it'll feel like that, and then if you bring it back with other colours, it should be good to go. Right, let's see what colour I want to go in with now. Oh no, my stomach's rumbling.
Mine is too. I'm so hungry. It feels really comfortable. I feel like this is how I'm meant to look.
So now we're going to go in and sort of colour in the fleshy, tissuey bit. We'll start with a red, because a red's a good colour to always start with.
Okay, like flat red.
Yeah, I'm using like an orangey red, so it's not so vibrant.
So we're going into like this fleshy patch here, right?
Yeah, basically covering that area. Your doggies are very well behaved.
Did you not just hear them barking?
No. I love this bit because you actually see it.
Like all the little tiny details. So for some reason, I've decided to trace around every single bit of detail that you put into this with a bit of black to deepen it.
Yeah. No, that's a good thing. I'm going to go in with yellow in a bit because some of the areas are flat.
How can I make... So I feel like the bloody, like the fleshy areas look really matte. How can I make them a little bit shinier?
Well, I was thinking that myself, but the blood should do that when you put the blood on.
Okay, I can like put that. Because it looks a little bit like, oh, fun day at the fair. It's kind of like gathered on me here where I haven't blended it out very well. So I'm just going to draw on like gashes.
Yeah. You do whatever you feel needs to be done.
Oh, yours looks so real. It looks like pus with blood. Like, ugh.
Do you know what yours reminds me of? Because of the products you use in the opaqueness. I actually really, really like it. Do you know Hocus Pocus, the dried up corpse? Is it Bill?
Yes.
It reminds me of that because he's quite dried up, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely got like a 90s like child friendly gore aspect.
yeah. But it looks amazing though.
Well, Disney, if you ever need me to come and do some not professional prosthetics, I'm ready. I'm available. So we have another lost footage moment here. This is me using Revolution's spray blood. Oh no, I liked it before the spray off of blood. And then I decided just to do a really quick, like, smoky eye. I call it a wedding smoky eye, which is really quick and vampy. I'm really proud of myself, considering this is my first time doing any kind of prosthetic. I think I've done a really okay-ish, family-friendly job. It's really strange to think when you're doing makeup like this, you're like, blood is red, flesh is this color, and then you look at your one and I see more orange than red, and I see like, you know, yellowy orange, whereas you look at mine, which is like drugstore products, and it's pure red, pure pink, you know, it's just one block of color, whereas in real life, whereas yours looks so real, there's all that depth and tone to everything that makes it look so incredibly realistic. I had actually loads of fun doing this. I could sit here for hours and keep adding detail. Well, thank you so much to all of you for joining me. Please give this video a huge thumbs up and do consider subscribing if you want to. Also, please remember to go and check out Misha's channel where you can see some more amazing prosthetic makeup things like this, and also her finished look from this video. It looks amazing. Have an amazing Halloween, be safe, and I will see you very soon. Bye.